I'm on a roll this morning. I'm already at 52 feet and counting. We're going to be a long ways by the time we get all the way to the end down there. So we're back on this job. That's probably one of my first few jobs. This was that 90-acre tract that was all kind of very wet and flooded down there that we've drained. This was the original house lot that I cleared and the septic area, put in the path, and then we ended up clearing all that pasture. And then last year we built that pond over there. We'll walk over there and check it out. It filled up pretty quick. He wants us to do some regrading around it. That way he can replant it this fall and do a driveway and stone all the way back here to the house lot. He's going to try to build a house next year. So we're out here measuring this to see how much stone we need to put in and see what all we got to get into. $1,060 feet to the entrance. Yep, that's a lot of stone. And if these stakes are correct, that's the center line of driveway, which means we got some trees to knock down right here. And if they were that size, we could use the mini, but that's not that size. So we'll have to bring the big machine here. Now we got a berm here, so we'll have to kind of selectively drop them right there. Yep, it's exciting. Let's go look at the pond now. All right, well, we're over here at the little pond. So like 2 weeks after we finished it, they got like a 4-inch rain, filled it up, and it's been holding its own pretty steady here. But the last couple of months we have had maybe 1/4 inch of rain, so maybe 3 months. So it's kind of dried up a little bit, but this fall should get some more rain back in here and it should fill back up. But he kind of wanted to go down these edges right here, kind of regrade everything. That way all those little washouts and everything can get filled back in. He'll go ahead and put some seed and straw out, kind of stabilize things a little bit better. It's got a pretty little color to it though. All right, well, let's head back to the shop and do some more things. Well, it's a little wet up here, but I'm going to try to start one of these brush piles on fire, see how well that works. See if we can kind of get rid of some of this tree debris up here. I might go over there to the dumpster and grab well, I don't know if there's any wood in there or not. Grab some dry wood, but maybe grab some of these dry branches, see what I can get started. So I got a little brush pile going. Of course, the wind's blowing the direction I knew it would blow, but it just makes it kind of aggravating because I can't get on that side of the pile to really put it on there like I want to. So I just kind of got to work on this side right here, grabbing it, laying a little bit over there at the time, and I'm just gonna kind of slowly let it burn down. And I mean, I really do have to be mindful of this one. It's close to the big house and not a whole lot of room here to work, so I'll just keep a little small fire and keep it going. So about every 15-20 minutes I just come over here for a few minutes, grab a few more grapplefuls, and lay it on here. Just kind of sit here and pick through it and get rid of some of it. I guess at the end of the day, every little bit that I burn here is that much less I have to haul out back and burn back there, even though right now it would be better to burn out back because the wind would be blowing away from the house, which it should be pretty much all this winter. The wind should be coming from the north, but there's just not a lot of room to work out here, so I figured get rid of what I can and I'll have to deal with it later. Just a nice light little misty rain just to keep everything damp. grabbing some out of the pile and laying it on there. Probably let it burn till about 2 and then leave it alone. I'll keep adding to it right then, just let it die down. They'll stay here till about 3 and then call it good. At least I should be able to get that pile right there burnt by then, I would think. Keep it packed in there and let it do what it's going to do. Stay there, stay there. I get one more. Alright, sit here and kind of pick through this and create a couple more little piles of stuff. Go ahead and put that stump on there. Sit back and watch it burn for another 20-30 minutes. You can tell it was dusty dry when we piled this up, so it's got a fair amount of that dust in it, so it's trying to pick through it and clean it up a little bit so it burns a little cleaner. Obviously I have plenty of time. Well, everything considering, it's burning pretty good for some wet green pine branches. Not really creating a whole lot of smoke. Got some more rain coming here in a little bit. I'm going to let that die down just a little bit. I think we might even get by without cremating those trees, but if it does, I'll just take 1 or 2 of them down, whichever one gets burned up. But making progress. I've gotten all of this pile and that little one over there put in there, so hoping I got about another couple hours here to get this pile and maybe a little bit of that one thrown over into it. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. I was able to get majority of all that brush burnt other than the stumps. Well, I just hauled them to the back. They won't take up a whole lot of room. Burn them in the back. It is sloppy wet now, so while it was raining, I stacked it on there. Go ahead and get rid of all that brush. That way we can go ahead and start moving the rest of that dirt next time it's dry enough to work out here. Alright, so I'm going to do a little mulching with the Mini this morning, and Robert's going to do some work on the gooseneck trailer. Where the dovetail is, I'm not happy with how weak this seems right here. It's been bending pretty badly right here. It's not very thick metal. So he's going to take some of that angle iron right there. It's like 3x3 angle iron, and notch it out, span that right there, and go across here on each side to kind of carry that weight where it was notched out, where it can pivot, and hopefully that'll keep from bending and over time sitting there tearing that metal back. So we'll see how well that works. All right, got all the mulching done, and Robert is finished with the trailer here. He was able to add that angle iron right here. Hopefully that'll beefen that up a lot more and make it a lot stronger while loading the equipment up here. Also should make it easier to replace these boards now with oak boards, as we got some room now.